Well, I just really like this Kroil Penetrant. That stuff, I really didn't realize how much better that works than other things that I've used. And I put that penetrant on there, and these rusty bolts come right off. So I got to talk about this Kroil Penetrant here, made in the USA. It loosens frozen metal parts. Have you heard of this Kroil Penetrant? So many years went by and I have not heard about it. I'm going to do some research before posting this video, and see if I can find out when they started making this, because I'm surprised that I never heard of it. I've used other brands that sometimes they work okay and sometimes they don't. I won't mention what those brands are. No, just kidding. I will talk bad about brands. I don't care. I want people to know what I like the best. And don't get me wrong, these types of penetrants sometimes work fine, obviously. This penetrant here is a lot more expensive than that. You might have noticed you get a smaller can, and it costs, this one I think was like 25 bucks. These right here might be 15 bucks. I don't know, something like that. And wow, this stuff is absolutely freaking amazing. I can't, here, let me give you an example. I've had frozen, rusty bolts that I just couldn't get off, letting them soak with that. And then I put this on, wait about 15 minutes, and it zips right off. I don't know why or how this stuff is working so good, but have you tried this? I'm wondering if other people out there swear by this. I don't see a whole lot of, well, honestly, I haven't looked. I personally haven't seen videos of people talking about this. I heard about it from a neighbor, a diesel mechanic guy. And I thought, well, yeah, I'll try it. So I picked up a can a while back. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give you an example of one of the things that this did. I got the bad boy out, which is this DeWalt. This is a DCF 900. And if you're not aware, this thing has some extreme, I'm going to have to look it up, over 1,000 takeoff torque power, I believe it is. The other one that I had is this one here. Oh, I gotta take that back a step. Yeah, actually I didn't have this one at the time. This is the one I was using for the example that I'm telling you about right now. I got to get this right. I was using the DCF 891 because it's all I had at the time. This one's newer, and I haven't had it very long. Well, gosh, this was, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago, I think. I had a water heater that I wanted to change the anode rod in, and I put some other products on that thing, and I could not get that anode rod to budge with this DCF 891 on setting 3, the strongest setting. And I put that socket on there with this stuff, trying to loosen up that anode rod on the top. It's a big bolt head that on the top of a water heater. And I can't remember what size socket it was bigger than this. I think it was, well, anyway, that's irrelevant. And I put some of this Kroil on it. This is when I found out about this. And that's actually when I bought this can. And so I put some of this Kroil on that anode rod and let it soak in for like 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe it was a little longer, 20 minutes, I don't know. And I put the same socket and the same DeWalt DCF 891 on setting number 3, and it ripped it right out of there, no problem. This stuff works. This stuff is amazing, and I am just so happy it exists. I'm going to use it all the time on my rusty bolts. I'm getting ready to do a few jobs, and I just soaked a few nuts with it just now. And I thought I'll do a video on this and let people know how wonderful it is. Those bolts that I just soaked might have come off even without this. I don't know. You never know until you get something that's really stubborn. But the reason I use this always on rusty bolts now is I've had some break. So just to be safe, I soak the rusty bolts all the time before I take them off with Kroil now. And I am always going to have a can of this in my shop. I'll link it below. if you want to pick you up a can. It's really good stuff, and I'm curious your thoughts on it. Let me know what you think of it after you use it, or do you use it already? You know, let me know, what are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's a lot better than some of the other products that are out there? I'm not paid by them. I do get a very small commission if someone buys it off my link, of course, but they don't know I'm doing this review. I just give honest reviews. Jim Pression's over and out. Have a good day.